be the Denver Broncos taking on the New England Patriots. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Gosh, when you've got Deshaun Watson, Charles, executing a run-pass option, that puts the defense in a tough spot, does it not?
It does, and what I liked is that you called me this week, watching your own video, your own tape, and you said, I think the runner's going to pop a few this week because of what we've seen from Deshaun Watson. His ability to get to the corner, that's where the focus will go.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. But you look at this Bronco defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Watson now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Pickens going in motion left. Met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there. Now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Here's 3rd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's Stewart to throw it. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. John Mechie was his intended target, and it's 3rd down. But you look at this Bronco defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there, and these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do, and now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
They will throw on 1st down with Stewart. Complete to Forsett. And he'll be wrangled to the ground right there at the 32-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll bring a tight end in motion right. Now Stewart on 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's hauled away down to the 6-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Broncos get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn the overs. That's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. But that was a simple throw and catch. But even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. Right side complete to Mechie. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Watson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. His first catch, good for 16 and a first.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Alontae Taylor up to make the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Now Watson. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? He'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not many boos just yet from this home crowd, but they may be starting soon as I'm starting to detect an uneasy murmur through this crowd. This offense, they've been lifeless in this first half. And now here's another punting situation and a 4th down.
And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Fisher. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Throwing now, Stewart. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is caught. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Curious to... for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense,
and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
At their own 19-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
We're set.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Now a short one to Gesicki. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw on second is Watson. That's complete. Once again, it's Gesicki. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Patriots first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I 31. I 24. I 59. I 24. Alert.
They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And now a pause. It looks like we have a Patriot injured on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick six.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Patriots nothing.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. No run back here for Jones. A touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On first down, it's Watson. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw in some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now it's Watson. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. And now Watson throws another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
It'll be a gain of about 5, but they're left with a 3rd and still about 12 to go.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of the tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
In motion, the tight end. To throw is Stewart on 3rd down. He finds his man, complete. It's Fisher. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run on 1st down. Fisher. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Stewart to throw on 3rd down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fisher. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. On the return is Jones. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Patriots take over.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick 6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick 6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they...
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them, because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On second down now, it's Fisher. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 56 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Stewart. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On first down, Fisher. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat.
Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Stewart sets to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Keon White in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Broncos send out their punter now. On presumably to punt, though he did complete a pass earlier. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is,
and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
2nd down, here's Stewart. He finds his man, complete. That's Fisher. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turned it into a successful play.
Here's Stewart to throw it. And this one is incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here's Jones on the return. It's a 39-yard punt, and good coverage means a loss on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Watson on 1st down. And now here is another interception. And the Broncos are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
By the Broncos. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And the Pats will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito coming in there to record the sack. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw. Mechie has it on the slant. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And the Patriots 1st down.
On 1st down, Watson over the middle. That's caught by Mechie. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
10 more yards. That's another Patriots.
To the air yet again, Watson. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. From the red zone now, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. And the Broncos force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
69 yards rushing for him now to this point. Good gain there on first down, and keeps him in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. On third down, Fisher. And he's got some space here. How about this? And finally taken down at the 15. A big-time pickup there on 3rd and 4. Give him 69 yards on the ground. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing now, Stewart. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Broncos look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Setting up a screen for Stevenson. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
59, 59. 59.
To throw is Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
23 yards the pickup there.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fisher. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First down, Denver.
Play action. Stewart. He finds his man. Complete. It's Fisher. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we haven't been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
Marcus Jones, a return man. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
37-yard line.
Now Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. That's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Watson's throw completed to Mechie.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 43.
That's good.
Watson looks to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Watson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
A loss of 9 yards.
Now Stewart, second down. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. Shakes off the sack. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Denver, the win is a good one for morale, but little else as they move to 3-8. And they'll get another road date